Alright, quick question. Can you tell me the difference between risk appetite and risk tolerance? If that made you panic a little, you're not alone. Because most people mix this two up, or they say the same thing in different words. But today I'm going to explain this so simple that you can able to explain it to anyone, your manager, an interviewer, or even your friend who hates cybersecurity talk. Let's jump in. Here's why people ask this question. They want to know whether you understand the risk the way leadership thinks about it. Not technical risk, not tool risk, but business risk. Because in GRC, you are not just checking boxes, you are helping the company make smarter decisions. If you can explain this clearly, you instantly sound more confident, more senior, and more business minded. Let's break it down. I am John. This is GRC Made Simple. We take complicated cybersecurity and GRC concepts, make them feel more practical and easy to understand. In today's video, we are discussing about risk appetite versus risk tolerance, and this will be the cleanest explanation you will ever hear. Let's start with real life scenario that everyone can easily relate to. Imagine you're deciding whether to go outside. Risk appetite is your general comfort with risk. For example, I don't mind going out even if it might rain a little. This shows your overall attitude. You're okay with some uncertainty. Risk tolerance is the line where you say, nope, I'm staying home. For example, if it starts raining heavily, I'm not going outside. So appetite is I'm comfortable with a bit of risk. Tolerance is, but here's where I draw the line. Super simple. You're okay with some rain but not a storm. Now let's flip this to business. Let's say you're working in a company that handles customer data, maybe a fintech. Here's what risk appetite might sound like. We are willing to take moderate security risk so that we can release new features faster. That tells you they want speed. They want innovation and they accept a bit of risk along the way. Here's risk tolerance, but we will never accept customer data being stored unencrypted. This is the line in the sand. No exceptions, no negotiations. If this happens, action must be taken immediately. So again, appetite is your general comfort with risk. Tolerance is the hard limits. How to explain this in an interview? Here is the easiest three-way step to say it. Step 1. Start simple. Risk appetite is how comfortable the company is with taking risk. Risk tolerance is the exact point when the company says, okay, this is too much, we need to step in. Step 2. Give the business example. For example, a fintech might accept some risk to release features quickly, but have zero tolerance for unencrypted customer data. Step 3. Connect it to GRC work. These two help us decide which risks are acceptable, which one needs control, and when we need to escalate. These steps are clean, simple, and shows real understanding. Why companies care so much? Risk appetite and tolerance shapes policies, controls, company culture, how fast or slow they grow. A company with low appetite moves carefully, slowly, focuses heavily on stability. A company with high appetite moves fast, experiments more, and they accept some uncertainty. Understanding this will help you write better risk statements, recommend practical controls, speak the same language as leaders. This is what makes you valuable as a GRC professional. Here's something most people don't say. Risk tolerance changes depending on the situation. For example, during a product launch, the company may allow slightly more risk because speed matters. But during a regulatory audit, tolerance becomes very strict. Even small issues are unacceptable. You can say this in a meeting or interview. Risk appetite stays fairly steady, but tolerance can shift depending on what the business is facing. So my recommendation always adjusts to the current context. Let's wrap it up clearly. Risk appetite is how much risk we are generally willing to take, like being okay with the light rain. Risk tolerance is the point where we step in and say, no, this is too much, like staying inside during heavy rain. To explain it confidently, use the business example and connect it to decision making. That's it. clean, simple, and professional. If this finally made sense, drop a comment, hit like and subscribe for more cybersecurity and GRC concepts. Let's make GRC simple, one explanation at a time. Thank you for watching. See you until the next video.